We're going to talk about two types of research validity, internal validity and external validity. Here we focus on internal validity. Internal validity represents the technical quality of the research that is done.
It involves the certainty that it is the manipulation of the independent variable that is causing changes to occur in the dependent variable.
The biggest threat to internal validity is that an uncontrolled or unknown variable actually is related to the outcome or caused the outcome. So you want to control any external variable that might be influencing the outcome variable. Internal validity is the most important characteristic of a research study.
We've described these in the text and they're listed on your screen. We're not going to go into them at this point, but you need to consider all of these when doing a study.
Essentially, if these are not controlled, they may influence the accuracy and the truthfulness of the conclusion that you draw when you conduct a study.
Once again, the main idea behind internal validity is it the X that is influencing Y? In other words, is it the independent variable only that is causing any changes to occur in Y? If any other variable can be found as a possible explanation, it's known as a confounding variable.
Here's an example of a confounding variable. Assume you wanted to look at the relationship between obesity and mortality. If you simply looked at obesity rates and mortality rates, you might reach some incorrect conclusions. You might conclude that obese people die younger. But wait, what if obese people are more likely to drive? And as a result, they'll die from motor vehicle accidents more often. Or what if thin people are more likely to binge on alcohol, and therefore they die as a result of alcoholism? At times it is very difficult and not clear what a confounding variable might be.
In a recent controversy over obesity, the Centers for Disease Control published a study indicating that slightly overweight people live longer than thin people.
Which is contrary to what you might believe. Well, representatives from the Harvard School of Public Health and the American Cancer Society criticized the study. They said that the researchers failed to adjust for a confounding variable. They had not controlled for other comorbidities or illnesses that the subjects had. Ergo, if you had adjusted for the confounding variable of other illnesses, they might have found different results. Again, it's very difficult to identify all the possible confounding variables, but researchers need to adjust for or control any other variable that might be influencing the relationship between the X and Y variables.